Do you ever find yourself puzzled, wondering why your legs feel weaker, even when you're diligently eating what you think are healthy foods, staying active, and genuinely striving to live your best? Why does simply standing from a chair or tackling a flight of stairs feel so much harder now than it did just a few years back? Perhaps you've brushed it off as just aging. But what if I told you that something you consume daily, something you truly believe is good for you, could actually be the quiet, insidious culprit behind your muscle loss, persistent joint pain, and dwindling balance? Across America, countless seniors are unknowingly making a critical error, consuming fruits that are silently, steadily robbing them of their leg strength, vital mobility, and precious independence. The very fruits that once fueled your vibrant youth might now be subtly working against your maturing body. Join me as we expose the 7 worst fruits for seniors, revealing how each one could be gradually weakening your legs, damaging your joints, and siphoning away the very strength you rely on to remain steady, mobile, and truly independent. Before we uncover these hidden truths, if you haven't already, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. That way, you'll never miss another health tip crafted specifically for you. And if you find this video helpful, a simple one in the comments would be wonderful. If not, a 0 helps me understand how to create better content for your needs. First up, let's talk about pineapple, which I call the acidic attacker. How many times have you instinctively grabbed a slice of pineapple, convinced you were making a wonderfully healthy choice? You've surely heard its praises sung for its powerful anti-inflammatory benefits, all thanks to an enzyme called bromelain. But here's the unsettling truth. For seniors over 60, pineapple is often anything but the healing hero it pretends to be. In fact, it might be stealthily undermining the very foundation of your independence, your legs. As our bodies gracefully age, our delicate blood vessels grow more fragile, our joints become increasingly sensitive, and our metabolism naturally slows down. Pineapple, unfortunately, with its concentrated natural acids and sugars, transforms into a quiet menace. It may taste wonderfully light and refreshing, but it delivers a surprising, heavy punch to your circulation. That rapid surge in blood sugar can actually damage the minuscule capillaries in your legs, those crucial vessels responsible for feeding oxygen to your hard-working muscles. And without that vital oxygen, your legs inevitably grow tired, heavy, and alarmingly weak. But the impact doesn't end there. Pineapple's inherent acidity can intensely irritate joints already battling age-related inflammation, like arthritis. If you've ever experienced unexplained stiffness in your knees or a nagging burning in your ankles after a pineapple snack, this fruit could very well be the silent culprit. And for anyone managing blood thinners or certain heart medications, pineapple's bromelain can dangerously interfere, either rendering your medication too weak to be effective or, even worse, too potent. The true danger lies in its silent operation. You won't feel the damage overnight, but consistently over weeks, months, or even years. The fruit you once trusted implicitly could be quietly contributing to a loss of balance, increased swelling, and frustrating difficulty with even the simplest tasks like retrieving your mail or rising from your favorite chair. It's a somber thought. Sometimes, the things we trust the most can subtly betray us. But pineapple isn't the only hidden threat lurking in your fruit bowl. In fact, the next fruit on our list is far more common, even more deceiving, and is probably sitting in your kitchen right now. For decades, you've been told it's excellent for your muscles. Are you ready to discover what it is? If you're still with me in finding these insights valuable, please drop a 1 in the comments below. Now, let's move on to our second revelation. Next, let's uncover bananas, the sugar trap. For so long, bananas have been hailed as a pinnacle of health, so convenient, famously rich in potassium, and the perfect grab-and-go energy booster. For decades, we've been reassured they prevent muscle cramps, power our bodies, and aid recovery. But there's a vital truth nobody likely warned you about. As your body gracefully ages, bananas might quietly cease to be your trusted ally. In fact, they could be one of the most subtle, yet incredibly deceptive threats to your precious leg strength. What makes bananas so concerning for seniors is their surprisingly high concentration of natural sugars and rapidly digesting carbohydrates. When you enjoy a banana, your blood sugar levels spike quickly, offering that fleeting burst of energy. But what inevitably follows is far more detrimental. This sudden surge forces insulin to flood your system. For aging bodies, particularly those with naturally slower metabolisms or who are flirting with prediabetes, this initiates a troubling cycle of inflammation and profound fatigue. Over time, your body becomes less responsive to insulin, manifesting as persistent heaviness, stiffness, and noticeable swelling in your legs, especially after meals. And the story doesn't end there. Bananas also have a sneaky way of encouraging fluid retention. If you observed your feet looking puffier or felt an unusual tightness in your ankles after sitting, that seemingly healthy banana could actually be the silent culprit. This subtle water buildup exerts extra pressure on your already sensitive joints and muscles, making every single step feel disproportionately harder. For those navigating heart conditions, the combined effect of added potassium and fluid retention can become a genuinely risky cocktail, silently compromising your circulation and intensifying joint discomfort. You might not perceive the damage after just one banana, but when consumed frequently, as countless seniors routinely do, this once trusted fruit transforms into a slow-acting force, draining your strength from the inside out. The most heartbreaking part, all this time, you genuinely believed it was helping you. Now, picture a fruit even smaller than the banana, so effortlessly easy to eat that most of us pop them by the handful, convinced they're the ideal healthy snack. Yet, in reality, this tiny fruit could be stealthily inflaming your joints, fueling uric acid buildup, and even igniting that agonizing burning pain in your toes at night. Ready to uncover this surprising culprit? Let's take a closer look at our third item. Grapes, the tiny inflammation bomb. They appear utterly harmless, soft, wonderfully sweet, and incredibly convenient. Grapes have long been lauded for their antioxidants, their heart protective benefits, and their wholesome sweetness. But for older adults, particularly those of us over 60, these seemingly innocent little fruits might be inflicting far more damage than good, especially concerning your legs, joints, and precious daily mobility. What makes grapes so perilous for aging bodies is their remarkably high fructose content. Fructose is a specific type of sugar, processed almost entirely by your liver. When consumed in excess, which, let's be honest, is incredibly easy with grapes because they're so small and tempting to overeat, it converts directly into fat and, critically, uric acid. And this is precisely where the danger intensifies. Uric acid then accumulates within your joints, most notably in your knees, ankles, and toes, aggressively triggering inflammation, debilitating stiffness, and even the excruciating pain associated with gout. That inexplicable burning in your big toe at night, the dull ache in your calves after a short stroll, the persistent swelling that simply won't subside. Grapes could be the hidden, underlying trigger for it all. What's even more alarming is how simple it is to consume too many. One handful quickly becomes 2, then 3. Before you realize it, you've ingested more sugar than you would from many desserts. And this sugar isn't just targeting your joints. It actively feeds chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout your entire body. This pervasive inflammation slows down natural healing processes, exacerbates fatigue, and steadily, relentlessly, chips away at your leg strength. Little by little, most seniors remain blissfully unaware. Grapes are universally perceived as a safe, healthy snack. But beneath their innocent veneer lies a slow, consistent force that could be quietly diminishing your ability to move freely, to walk without pain, or to stand comfortably without swelling. If something as small as a grape can inflict such damage, just imagine the impact of a fruit that's almost entirely water, yet behaves like pure sugar once it hits your bloodstream. It's the fruit you instinctively reach for when you're thirsty, but it could be silently sapping your strength. Intrigued? Let's uncover this truth. If you're still engaged in finding these revelations valuable, please signal with the 1 in the comments. Let's continue to point number 4. Watermelon, the deceptive hydrator. There's an undeniable comfort in a slice of watermelon. It evokes memories of sun-drenched summer afternoons, joyful backyard gatherings, and the simple pleasure of something sweet and chilling. For many seniors, it often feels like the ultimate safe treat. Low in calories, mostly water, and so easy to digest. But what if I told you this seemingly innocent fruit might be slowly, steadily draining the vitality from your legs? Despite its refreshing taste and abundant water, watermelon boasts one of the highest glycemic indexes among all fruits. This means it triggers a rapid and dramatic spike in your blood sugar, inevitably followed by an equally sharp crash, leaving your body inflamed, utterly exhausted, and struggling to rebound. For aging adults, particularly those with a slower metabolism or nascent insulin resistance, this sugar rush is far from benign. It actively fuels systemic inflammation, especially prominent in your legs where circulation is often naturally compromised by age. The ensuing effects are subtle, yet profoundly dangerous. Your knees feel persistently stiffer. Your ankles begin to swell more frequently. Your calves grow heavy after only a short walk. All the while, you believe you're simply staying hydrated. Instead of nourishing your muscles, watermelon might actually be depriving them of essential oxygen, rendering each step more exhausting and gradually eroding your sense of balance. And, just like grapes, watermelon is perilously easy to overeat. One slice turns into 2, then 3, precisely because it feels so light. But your body isn't deceived by its delicate texture. It recognizes the sugar, reacts with a rush of insulin, and extracts its toll through persistent soreness, tightness, and inflammation, making activities like climbing stairs or simply standing up far more arduous than they ought to be. This is the bitter irony. The fruit that feels like pure water acts like pure sugar. And it's not strengthening your legs. It's quietly exhausting them. But if watermelon can subtly betray your trust, what about a fruit you've revered for decades as a symbol of robust health and immunity? A fruit that graces countless breakfast tables and fills juice glasses, yet might be silently exacerbating your joint pain with every passing day. Let's truly examine it. Fifth, oranges. The acidic sneak. For as long as we can remember, oranges have embodied the very essence of health. A refreshing glass of orange juice with breakfast. A vibrant slice tucked into lunch. These familiar rituals have become deeply woven into the daily lives of many older Americans. Bursting with vitamin C, celebrated for its immune-boosting powers, and universally accepted as a healthy choice, oranges seem like the last thing you'd ever think to question. Yet, the truth, particularly for seniors, is far more intricate and frankly, quite alarming. Beneath their bright, cheerful color and taste lies a subtle force that can quietly intensify joint pain and undermine your mobility. Citric acid. As we mature, the delicate tissues within our joints become increasingly sensitive. Our protective cartilage naturally erodes, and chronic inflammation becomes a far more common companion. Oranges, regrettably, are laden with enough natural acids to directly irritate these already inflamed joints. That nagging stiffness in your knees each morning, the persistent dull ache in your hips after prolonged sitting. These might not just be the inevitable march of age. They could very well be your body's direct protest against the acid you re-consuming daily. And the impact doesn't end with acidity. Oranges also contain natural sugars that can abruptly spike your blood sugar, especially when eaten in isolation, or, even worse, consumed as juice. For seniors, this is a truly dangerous pairing. Acid and sugar collaborating to fuel pervasive inflammation throughout your legs, leading to persistent swelling, deepening discomfort, and a creeping realization that your inherent strength simply isn't what it once was. What makes this even more insidious is its sheer subtlety. You conscientiously drink your morning juice, convinced you're nourishing your body, while unbeknownst to you, your joints are quietly bearing the burdensome cost. There's a profound sense of unease that comes with realizing a fruit you implicitly trusted your entire life might no longer be serving you, but rather, actively holding you back. If even oranges, with their long-standing reputation for health, can pose such issues, consider what might be lurking in a fruit that appears so clean, tastes so tart, and is frequently misidentified as the safest option of all. You've probably enjoyed it raw, perhaps even as a late-night snack, never once suspecting its true impact on your legs. Let's address it now. Sixth, green apples. The sour trigger. Green apples are often championed as the superior, healthier choice. They're deliciously tart, satisfyingly crisp, and perceived as less sugary than their red siblings. For countless seniors attempting to reduce sweet intake, a green apple seems like the quintessential snack. Clean, light, and beneficial for digestion. However, beneath that refreshing taste lies a reality most don't grasp until it's too late. These very apples might be contributing directly to the pain and weakness you were so determined to prevent. The distinctive sharp flavor of a green apple stems from malic acid, a natural compound that, while perfectly tolerable for younger bodies, can become surprisingly harsh and irritating to maturing tissues. As we age, our delicate gut lining grows more sensitive, our joints become more reactive to irritants, and our body's capacity to effectively neutralize acids diminishes. This means that something as seemingly innocent as a green apple can subtly aggravate existing joint pain, incite frustrating muscle tightness, and even lead to debilitating nighttime leg cramps. Many seniors fail to connect these dots, attributing their discomfort solely to aging, when in fact, the source might be calmly sitting in their fruit bowl. And while green apples may not taste overpoweringly sweet, they still contain natural sugars. When eaten in isolation, particularly on an empty stomach or right before bed, these sugars can cause minor but recurrent blood sugar spikes. For an aging body, already contending with slower insulin responses, this directly leads to inflammation and profound fatigue in the legs by morning. That stiffness you experience when you first rise from bed, or the dragging heaviness in your thighs by early afternoon, could be your body's silent protest against a fruit you genuinely believed was helping you. Even seemingly insignificant daily habits, when repeated consistently over time, can carry significant consequences, especially when they involve foods that appear utterly harmless on the surface. But if green apples can subtly erode your comfort and mobility, what transpires when you instinctively reach for something significantly sweeter, a fruit that's soft, exquisitely tropical, and adored by almost everyone? Up next is a fruit so inherently sugary, it's practically a dessert in itself, and it just might be the most perilous of the entire list. Let's unveil our final culprit. 7th, the mango, the sugar bomb. Mangoes are truly cherished by countless individuals. Their opulent golden flesh, silky texture, and intoxicatingly sweet aroma make them feel like nature's purest candy, particularly during those warmer months. For seniors, they're frequently perceived as a delightful, healthy indulgence. However, beneath that vibrant sun-kissed exterior lies a reality seldom discussed. Mangoes could be among the most detrimental fruits for aging legs and joints. What renders mangoes so precarious for individuals over 60 is their extraordinarily high natural sugar content. While the term natural often sounds reassuring, your body metabolizes sugar identically, whether it originates from a decadent dessert or a perfectly ripe mango. When a senior consumes a mango, it can trigger an abrupt and dramatic spike in blood glucose, inevitably followed by an equally steep crash. These intense fluctuations aren't merely exhausting. They actively ignite pervasive inflammation in your muscles and joints, especially pronounced in the lower body where circulation is often already compromised by age. Over time, this chronic inflammation begins to manifest in deeply troubling ways. A persistent burning sensation in your toes, noticeable swelling around your ankles, an unyielding tightness in your knees or a dull dragging, heaviness in your thighs after even a short walk. If you're living with existing nerve issues or prediabetes, the risks escalate even further. The concentrated sugar in mangoes can severely aggravate neuropathy, leading to concerning tingling, numbness, and significantly slower healing in your feet and legs. The true peril lies in how deceptively simple it is to overindulge. Mangoes taste light and feel inherently healthy, yet they contain far more sugar than many people ever realize. And precisely because they aren't a processed sweet, we often fail to approach them with adequate caution. That's how they so cunningly bypass our defenses, slowly but surely weakening our legs while we earnestly believe we're making clean, healthy dietary choices. When it comes to safeguarding your strength and precious independence, even the most innocuous-looking fruit can, astonishingly, become a hidden threat. But here, my friends, is the wonderful news. Just as certain fruits can harm your legs, the right ones possess the incredible power to heal and genuinely support them. So, the natural question arises, what should I be eating instead? This is precisely where hope joyfully re-enters the conversation, because, no, not all fruits are detrimental. In fact, some are your most potent allies. The correct fruits can do far more than simply nourish your body. They can actively help restore your strength, gently soothe inflammation, and robustly support the very muscles and joints that gracefully carry you through life's every moment. For seniors, the essential strategy is to consciously choose fruits that are naturally low in sugar, supremely gentle on your circulation, and abundantly rich in powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. Take berries, for instance. Think vibrant blueberries, luscious raspberries, and robust blackberries. These tiny treasures are among nature's most formidable protectors. They are absolutely brimming with antioxidants that vigorously combat inflammation and foster healthy blood flow, especially critical in your legs and feet where circulation often wanes with age. And unlike their sweeter counterparts, berries adeptly help stabilize your blood sugar, elegantly sidestepping those draining spikes and crashes that leave your legs feeling so tired and heavy. Then there are cherries. When savored in moderation, they have been scientifically shown to reduce uric acid, a crucial benefit that helps ward off debilitating joint pain and gout, conditions all too common in older adults. Even a small handful can miraculously ease that burning sensation in your knees or the unwelcome stiffness in your toes. One fruit that consistently surprises many is the avocado. Yes, it truly is a fruit, and unequivocally one of the finest you can consume. Abundant in healthy fats, it profoundly reduces inflammation and delivers consistent, stable energy without ever disrupting your blood sugar. It effectively cushions your joints from the inside out, empowering you to move with noticeably more ease and significantly less pain. And please, do not overlook papaya and pears. These are fruits that are exceptionally gentle on your digestive system, inherently low in sugar, and provide sustained nourishment without ever taxing your circulation. These aren't just safe, they are profoundly healing. When chosen with informed wisdom, fruit transcends mere food. It transforms into an active partner in your personal journey toward stronger steps, unwavering balance, and truly brighter, more energetic mornings. The path to enhanced movement doesn't demand more effort. It simply begins with making better, more informed choices. And right now, you've just taken that empowering first step. In conclusion, a heartfelt, personal message for every single one of you who still yearns to walk strong. If you've journeyed with me this far, I know one profound truth about you. You deeply, truly care about your future. You aren't merely seeking fleeting fixes or the latest fad. You are searching for genuine truth, for illuminating clarity, and for the kind of wisdom that resonates not just with your physical body, but with your rich, lived experience. And that tells me something else. Equally important, you are absolutely not ready to surrender your strength, your cherished independence, or your invaluable ability to move freely. And you absolutely shouldn't be. As someone who has embraced many decades and navigated through more seasons of life than most, I've come to understand this undeniable fact. Aging itself isn't the true adversary. Complacency is. It's those small, seemingly insignificant choices we overlook. The ingrained habits we never question. The foods we consume without truly thinking. These are the real dangers. Not because we harbored any intention of harm, but because no one ever fully shared the complete story with us. No one ever gently warned us that the very fruits we wholeheartedly believed were helping us could be silently, systematically stealing our power, our balance, and the fundamental comfort of simply standing without pain. But now, you know. And that knowledge, dear friend, is immensely powerful. What you lovingly choose to place on your plate matters more now than perhaps ever before. Every single fruit, every mindful bite, every deliberate habit, each either profoundly strengthens you or imperceptibly weakens you. And here's an empowering truth that often goes unsaid. You are still unequivocally in control. You still possess the profound ability to initiate change, to fiercely protect your legs, to safeguard your precious freedom. You are not a helpless victim at the mercy of your age. You are the wise, capable steward of your own health journey. So, I urge you to embrace this seriously, not from a place of fear, but from a deep well of self-love and profound respect. Your legs carry so much more than just your physical body. They carry your unique purpose, your deepest passions, your ability to show up fully for the people and places you hold dear. They carry your very life. If there's but one singular lesson I've gleaned after 9 decades, it is this. The body diligently listens to what we feed it, and it always responds. Perhaps not instantly, but unfailingly so. Consciously choose foods that speak healing, not harm. Choose invigorating movement over sedentary stillness, keen awareness over blind assumption, and timeless wisdom over mindless routine. And above all, never, ever forget. It's truly never too late to begin walking stronger. These lessons are offered with a sincere hope to inspire you to live fully and authentically, every single day. Now, I would genuinely love to hear from you. Please take a quiet moment to reflect and then share one insight you've gained and plan to integrate into your own life. Let's build a supportive community as we embrace these vital truths together. If you found this video beneficial, a simple one in the comments would be greatly appreciated. If not, please feel free to comment with a 0. Your feedback is truly invaluable in helping us create better content for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more empowering content just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to proudly living life on your own magnificent terms.